What is going on, my beautiful YouTubers? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lexi. Thank you for rejoining. If you are coming back and rewatching, or not rewatching, but coming back to my channel, I'm excited to have you guys here. And before I really jump into this video, I just want to start off by saying thank you guys so much for all of your kind comments and support after my last YouTube video that I put out. So the last video I put out on YouTube was a sit down, and I was just kind of talking to you guys and being very vulnerable about the fact that I've been struggling a lot just mentally with kind of coming to terms that I don't even know when I'm gonna step on stage because I started prep essentially at the end of December, and I've had lots of bumps in the road with my internal health, with my thyroid, with my gut, and that stuff has been severely impacting me and just making my body not really respond. So it's been frustrating to say the least. So I made that video last week, and I was so taken back by how many people commented. I had people that I don't even talk to that much reach out to me via text. I had people send me a voice memos. So I just want to say thank you guys so much, because I know that social media, can be hard sometimes. Some people, there's always some negativity on social media, but my experience, and honestly, just you guys in general, this YouTube community, you guys have been nothing but positivity for me. And I just want to thank you guys so much for just your support. I truly appreciate it so much. So this video is going to be quite a 180 from the last video. If you can't already tell, I'm in a lot better spirits, and that is because I have some really exciting news to share. So I don't want to say I am 100% healed, and sometimes I get a little nervous, getting excited about things, because I've definitely, learned in the past that sometimes you get excited about something and then it's it backfires on you. But I'm going to celebrate the wins today, and I'm excited to share with you guys that I just got my thyroid labs back literally an hour ago, and I also had my follow-up with my naturopathic doctor a week ago, and so I have some really good news to report on my internal health and how things are improving. And I'm also going to touch a little bit too, because I know I'll get questions about my thyroid in particular, how I've managed to improve my thyroid so much within 2 months of a time period. So I'm gonna share with you guys in a little bit. I'll share with you guys some specific numbers if you're curious, because I'm an open book. I don't care. I'll share with you guys my thyroid numbers from 2 months ago, because they were bad. I was pretty much hypothyroidism. I had pretty much, I was pretty much hypo. My thyroid numbers were awful. And the ironic thing is, I was on thyroid medication, a very low dose of thyroid medication for 6 months. And my thyroid levels were so bad, even on that. The last 2 months, I have completely went off my thyroid medication. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what I've done to kind of, help my thyroid levels to get so much better. Full disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I am not recommending any medical advice. So I'm going to put that out there first and foremost. But I know a lot of you guys have been following me on this journey, and you've been asking for updates. So I'm going to give them to you guys, but I'm excited to report that I have some good news in this video. So I'm going to sit down and kind of share some things with you guys a little bit more in depth. I might do a physique update, or at least post some pictures of my current physique. And kind of tell you guys what my future plans are, considering that things are getting better and things are on the mends. I'm not 100% yet with my gut and with my thyroid, but things are significantly getting better, especially within the 2 months I've been working to correct these things. The rate at which things are improving, it's kind of insane, but in a really cool way. So anywho, thank you for joining me, and stick around for the rest of this video, because I've got some pretty cool stuff to show you guys and share with you guys. So anyways, thank you for returning to my channel, and I will catch you guys in a little bit. All right, friends, so while I'm at it, I'm going to I'm going to attach this clip in this video to just show you guys some of my supplements and some of the ones that I've actually been taking for my thyroid, and also just take this time to also show you a few things that I'm randomly obsessed with. Okay, so disclaimer, like I said at the beginning of this video, I am not a medical expert. I'm showing you what I take supplemental wise, not for you to just go off and take the same thing. If you want to do that, that's on you. But I'm going to show you guys, these are not all the supplements I take. I'm just kind of showing you guys this stuff in the morning so that, because I do take a good amount of supplements in the morning. So First things first, I've showed this before. I take this supplement from Pure Nutrition. It's called Aura, and it's essentially, it's a gut health supplement and it's immunity supplement all in one. So like with my gut issues, I've been loving taking this. I've taken it for a really long time now. You can use my code lexiemait at checkout for a 10% discount on any Pure Nutrition product. And then some of just like my basic staples that I think are worth mentioning are, I do take a multivitamin, and I do take omegas. Now, I recommend a multivitamin for pretty much anybody. Specifically, I think it's more important than ever to take a multivitamin in prep while your food gets a little bit lower. Typically, your nutrient variety is gonna get a little bit lower. So I take this one from PEScience. Don't mind, it's like got a little plastic tag sticking out the top, but I take this one from PEScience and I love it. It also has ashwagandha in it, which a lot of multivitamins don't already have. And specifically for me, these past few months of my gut health journey, I've had to eat very, very simple. I know I posted a full day of eating a few videos back, and you guys can go and watch that. But with my food being so simple right now, I don't have the option to eat a ton of variety. Well, I mean, I'm trying to eat as much variety as I can, but obviously I'm very limited. So I think a multivitamin is more important than ever for me right now. And then like omegas are great for anybody as well. So I'm taking those two. And then some of the things that I will show you guys. So these are actually my 2 natural thyroid supplements that I take. Now these were prescribed to me from my naturopath. And so these are the 2 I've been taking, just 2 of them. So those are my thyroid supplements. And then I actually, this little guy right here was part of my gut detox. So a lot of you guys have asked me like what that looks like, what my gut protocol has looked like. So this has been one of the main things I've been taking. It's just a little dropper and the liquid looks kind of like red, and I take 5 drops 3 times per day of this, and that's helping to kind of kill that bacteria out of my gut. And then recently, I had my meeting with my naturopath on Friday, and she implemented 2 new supplements to kind of support a healthy gut. So I'm taking these now too, because once I finish this this right here, which I'm almost finished with, I'm not like, I don't continue that. That's like that, what I'm taking out of that dropper is to kill the bacteria. So I don't need to continue to take that as the bacteria is killed. So I believe that is, oh, and then of course, let me show you my psyllium husk. I'm still taking this routinely. I take it twice a day. Many of you guys have seen me post about this before, or I've talked about it in recent YouTube videos. This is just essentially, it just has fiber in it. It's a really good source of insoluble and soluble fiber. So I take that, and then I had to mention too, okay, I had to mention my Brazil nuts. So Brazil nuts are something I've been taking. I take 2 a day, sometimes more. And the reason, you're probably like, why 2? 2 is really specific. So 2 Brazil nuts actually contains the daily recommended amount of selenium that you need. So selenium is really important for thyroid functioning. I believe your thyroid is the tissue that holds the most amount of selenium in your body. So I have been doing at least 2 Brazil nuts per day. And I don't want to say it's magic, but like clearly with my natural supplements, with my Brazil nuts, with my better stress management, my thyroid has done a complete 180, and I'll show you guys numbers here in a little bit. But I highly recommend, just like if you are somebody who naturally, maybe your thyroid's like slightly, you know, just it's not within range, or it's been an issue for you in the past, incorporate Brazil nuts. I'm not saying they're magic, but they can definitely help with that, you know, selenium that you need. So I have my Brazil nuts, and then 2 really random things I want to show you guys that I'm kind of currently obsessed with. And like, I don't eat these, like, I don't live off of these, because you're probably like, ugh, packaged stuff, but it's okay in moderation, you guys. This Great Value tuna, I kid you guys not, I don't love, like, tuna in general to me is always kind of dry, but the Great Value brand at Walmart, it was actually on sale. So I grabbed a ton. This brand, the sweet and spicy and the ranch flavors are my favorite. So delicious. And then another canned item is canned French green beans. So again, I'm not like living off of this stuff, but I do have it in moderation. I love canned green beans. I don't like fresh green beans. It's a texture thing for me, but French style green beans in a can are the shiz. The only ingredients are green beans and water. So anybody who's gonna come at me for like, oh my God, isn't there a ton of like fillers in that? Nope. ingredients literally says green beans and water. There's just a little bit of, actually, this one only has 15 milligrams of sodium. So it's the no salt added one. So I got that at Walmart. But anywho, those are my supplements. Not all of my supplements I'm taking. Those are just kind of my morning ones that I wanted to show you guys, and my thyroid ones, and then 2 things that I've been loving. So I'm gonna show you guys in a little bit. I'll show you my progress pictures. We'll talk numbers as far as my labs go, and I'll sit down and kind of go through all of that. All right, you guys, so now for the fun part, I'm gonna come on here and talk a little bit about my specific numbers from my labs. Not all of them, but just a few of them that were like really shell-shocking to me. And then also give you guys kind of a physique update too, and kind of let you guys know my thoughts on prep at this point. Because I know that the last video I made, I was telling you guys, I just felt kind of like I was disappointed. I know that I'm not disappointing you guys, but I just, in the back of my mind, I was fearing like, oh, you know, I said I was starting prep. I know a lot of people were telling me, oh, I can't wait to watch your prep. And it just felt like I was, you know, not only disappointing maybe you guys, but myself with just my lack of progress. But now to really have validation that everything that was off internally 2 months ago is getting so much better. And like, in fact, it's actually getting better pretty quick, which is, I was very surprised by. Like, that's great news, and to me that tells me that I probably will be getting on stage here in 2023, and I'm so excited because I think anybody that knows me knows that I love competing, and I love this sport. I mean, I just love it. I love it. So anyways, so let's start with my numbers. So I do want to talk a little bit about my thyroid numbers, and just to give you guys an idea of like how much that they have improved. So 2 months ago, when I got my thyroid panel done 2 months ago, my TSH was 5.87, and the range that they give you that's like within normal is 0.45 to 4.5, and I was at 5.87. So that just goes to show you that like I was severely out of range, and it wasn't just my like this is my TSH, but there's other, you know, other numbers, T3, T4, you know, free T, all this stuff. I was just out of range on everything, but this was the biggest number that like I was severely out of range. So you can see I was 5.87 and the range is 0.45 to 4.5. So I was severely over, and what that indicates is like hypothyroidism. And I knew I didn't have that. I knew that, you know, this doesn't run in my family. I've never had a history with this. I knew that in my mind, I knew that I was probably going to be able to just make some changes within my supplement routine and furthermore my lifestyle to get this number to come back to a normal baseline. So I knew that, or what I had assumed though, I didn't think it would happen quickly. So I got my labs redone this past week, and I got the results yesterday, and I was kind of expecting I don't really know what I was expecting, but I was still expecting things to be abnormal, but I just was kind of thinking, oh, it'll be showing like that it's moving in the right direction. But you guys, my TSH is 3.5 now. So it went from 5.87 2 months ago to 3.5 today, and that is completely within range. And like, that's not even on the high end or the low end, like that is completely within range. So I could not be happier about that. So that is very, very, like, that's just so comforting to know that what I'm doing is working, because this has not been an easy journey. This has not, you know, it's not only like supplements that are helping me, but it's also been a lot of like lifestyle things that I've been doing that have helped. And I'll discuss those in a second, but I wanted to share those numbers with you. And then I guess before I jump into my physique assessment, my physique update of where I'm currently at and kind of what the future holds for me now that I have this clarification that like my internal health is improving, I guess I will talk a little bit about what I have done in my lifestyle that has what has contributed towards my thyroid getting better. Now, please, again, like I said, it's not just one thing that I've been doing that has helped my thyroid to heal. Like, it's not just the Brazil nuts, it's not just my natural supplements, and it's not just stress management. Like, it's a combination of all three of those. I also want to mention really quickly too that I was on a very low dose of thyroid medication for 6 months. So that was back in June through December, and December/January is when I got my first, like, my blood panel that showed up so off the charts abnormal. And so I find it very ironic that although I was on that very low dose of thyroid medication, my thyroid showed no improvement while being on that. And it's truly been like healing my gut, these natural supplements, better stress management that has actually improved my thyroid that much. So it's kind of crazy and baffling to me that like it worked out that way, but I'm really happy it has. It's very interesting because these past 2 months, I really haven't done much with like I haven't changed my training. I haven't decreased my training frequency. My cardio has gone down a little bit, but I'm still doing a relatively, I'm still doing 40 minutes of cardio per day, which to some may be a lot. Well, I'm not doing it every day. I'm doing it 6 days a week, but I'm not doing any HIIT cardio, but I really haven't changed much when it comes to my training regimen. Now, where I have changed the majority of things is going to be my stress coping mechanisms when it comes to just day-to-day stressors or life stressors, right? And I've gotten really good at winding down every night and like shutting off my computer at a certain time, watching, like I'll watch like Love is Blind is my current obsession on Netflix. I turn that on every night at like 8 p.m. and I just take time for myself every night at that time, even if it's just 30 minutes, to just sit there and just not even focus on work, just sit there and have 30 minutes to myself where I just get to enjoy the TV. Now, I also do lots of stretching now. I do stretching, lots of yoga, at least once a day, even if it's just for 10 minutes to kind of like calm my mind. But another thing that I think is like very prevalent as to something that's really helped with my stress these past 2 months. So 2 months ago when my naturopath told me like that my thyroid levels and liver and like my gut was just, everything was awful, she told me a big part of my healing journey was going to just be getting better at my stress management. And so one of the things that I have really worked on these past 2 months is just my mindset towards how I perceive stress. You know, and I mentioned this in my last video, but I have this mindset of like everything in life happens for me, not to me. And I know that everything happens for a greater purpose. Therefore, if something goes wrong, you know, I'm not going to stress myself out about it because I know that that's how it was meant to be. And it's gonna, you know, it happens for a reason. And like I said, everything in life happens for me, not necessarily to me, right? And as silly as it sounds, adapting that mindset has helped me so much with everything. So, you know, and just let this be kind of a general note to you guys, because I used to be one of those people that kind of thought like that, you know, I could grind myself into the ground and I could just get away with it. But like stress is a real thing. And there's a reason that as a coach, I always stress, no pun intended, the importance of stress management to my clients. You know, it's not one of those things like you shouldn't be wearing a badge of honor for just grinding yourself into the ground every day after day. Sure, there are going to be days like that every once in a while, right? But if that is your general norm and you're barely sleeping, you're always just high anxiety, high stress, like all that stuff, it's going to catch up with you at one point. Like that's exactly what happened to me. Anywho, that's a big part of like what has helped my stress is just that mindset. Now, I do want to jump into doing a physique assessment. So I'm going to put my recent progress pictures up here so you guys can see those. So I am currently down about 9 pounds since the beginning of December. So in the span of like 3.5 months. It's not a lot of weight in the grand scheme of things in 3.5 months, but it's something. But that is my current physique up there. And so I will put a side-by-side too, also compared to like where I started to now, so you can see the differences there and can kind of see those comparisons. My macros are currently pretty moderate. They're 160 carb, 45 fat, and 135 protein. Again, I share those not because I want you guys to use those. I just want you to like kind of know where I'm at. So for the past month or two, my coach and I have kind of decided while I go through this internal health journey that I kind of just focus on like maintaining. So we've kept my macros pretty moderate, my cardio kind of moderate. You know, we haven't been trying to push or anything because we didn't think that was going to be best for my body during this time. But now that my internal health markers and my blood work is continuing to improve and my gut is getting so much better, like I don't sit during the day feeling like I have just food sloshing around in my stomach. I am very, very excited to check in with him this next week and to kind of game plan what's to come. So I think that, like I said, I'm really hopeful that I'll be able to get on stage this year. Last video, I know I said I wasn't sure if that was going to happen, but I am very hopeful that it'll happen this year and that I'll get to take you guys along for the journey. So I'll continue to keep you guys updated. The next video will probably be just an update on that. But I want to thank you you guys again for just all of your positivity throughout this whole health journey that I've had. I am by no means complaining. Like, I know there are so many people out there that have it worse, but I think it is important to just share my journey, because I've had many people reach out to me and say that they're going through something similar and that it's just really helped them to like see somebody else going through it. And so I just want to thank you guys for your support, all the kind messages I got after my last video, and just thank you guys for continuing to like follow me. I know my prep has taken a little bit of a detour, but hopefully we're getting back on track. So I am excited to put this video out. Thank you guys if you have watched this far, and if there's anything you guys want to see in upcoming YouTube videos, please comment below and let me know. I'm excited to just continue taking you guys along for the journey, whether it's good, whether it's bad, you guys are going to be along for all of it. So thank you guys for watching, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Share it if you think, you know, it could help anybody out there. And again, please, disclaimer, anything I shared in this video as far as my supplements, what I have done to help to naturally you know, kind of heal my thyroid, please don't take those, you know, like, please don't think that that's what you need to implement yourself. But that is going to be my YouTube video for the day. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys in the next video.